And now that everything is stacked, I'm just going to push down just a little bit on the sides to make sure that everything is nice and level. So if I see any one side rising up more than the other, I'm going to just gently push down. Not too hard because otherwise the lemon curd could flow out of your cake. So I think we've done a nice job. And we're going to take our offset spatula, the larger one, and we're going to start to go around the cake with buttercream. Some people like to start at the top, some people like to start at the sides. When I fill a cake, I like to start at the sides because if there's any risk of lemon curd flowing out of the cake, then this will prevent it entirely. So I'm taking my bowl of buttercream, take a little dollop on my offset spatula. I'm going to hug the cake from the front and start to smooth the buttercream around. Really important is that you take too much buttercream rather than too little, because you can always scrape it away. And I'm going to just keep taking buttercream and smoothing it around the cake. And what you want to do to prevent too many crumbs from getting on your offset spatula is always start in the place where you left off. So instead of starting on a dry area, I'm going to start right on top of the last bit of buttercream that I stopped with. So, like I said, in this case, excess is a good thing. Lots of buttercream. And this is going to give your cake the stability it needs to add decorations. It's going to be the glue that allows you to put fondant on the top. If you don't like buttercream, you're not the first. Instead of using buttercream, you can use ganache, which we love to use, a chocolate ganache or a white chocolate ganache. You can use jam, some people do that. I happen to like Swiss meringue buttercream. So what I'm going to do now is take a bench scraper, which is something like this, and I'm going to smooth the buttercream around the sides. And like I said, I'm going to hug the cake again, and I'm going to use the opposite hand to pull the turntable around in the opposite direction while holding my bench scraper still. Okay, I'm going to just clean up the sides a little bit. This is just the crumb coat, so we don't need to make sure that it's perfect. We just need to make sure that the cake is coated. Now we're going to start on the top, and we're going to put a little bit of buttercream down on the top. And from the center, we're going to smooth out the top and coat it with buttercream. Not focus on being perfect. We're just focusing on getting the cake coated so that we can eventually be perfect. And when you're starting to decorate, don't be too hard on yourself. Really just have fun with it, because that way you'll be interested in going further and learning more. So now that we've gotten the top covered, I'm going to go around the sides quickly. Make sure I haven't missed any spots. And once I've done that, I'm going to repeat that last step with the bench scraper where we went around the sides, just to clean things up. Okay, so now we're going to take our bench scraper again. We're going to hug the cake. We're going to scrape the cake, making sure that our bench scraper is as perpendicular as possible to the cake plate. We're going to take our extra bowl, scrape off the buttercream into the bowl, and then we're going to take our offset spatula and just smooth in those sides. So I don't know if you can see, but here you see that the buttercream rises just a little bit above the lip of the cake. We're going to smooth that in, moving our offset spatula towards us. So we're going to turn the cake and just scoop that in a little bit. I'm going to do that on my turntable. Always scraping the excess buttercream off because it makes the whole process just that much easier. When you work with cool, clean tools, you have clean work. Okay? So, we're going to put this cake into the refrigerator just for about 10 to 20 minutes, depending on how cool your freezer is. And then we're going to come back and do the next coat.